To discuss the Supreme Court judgment on the APC primaries in River State, we're being joined on the news at 10 by a legal practitioner, Mr. Chidozie Okoro. A pleasure having you with us.
Thank you very much.
Now, have you read the Supreme Court judgment regarding APC in River State?
Yes, I have.
So, give us a sense of what this means for both factions of the APC.
Well, the Supreme Court has sent a very clear message to all political actors that impunity has its consequences, so that the rule of law must operate in a democratic society like ours. There are rules and regulations guiding the conduct of political actors in the electoral dispensation, and that parties have to follow this. It's also shown that court orders must be obeyed. If you look at the situation ab initio, there was a court order stating that Congress of the APC should not hold. The APC still went ahead to hold those congresses, and the court also nullified those congresses. The party still went ahead to conduct primaries by the people that were elected under the Congress. And the courts annulled those primaries. The Federal High Court annulled it by Justice Kolawole, annulled those primaries. Earlier, Justice Nwogo had ordered that the Congress should not hold on the 11th of May, but they still went ahead. Apart from going ahead to hold that Congress, if you could recall, the court was attacked. Properties were burnt and people were killed in court while trying to stop the court from sitting and giving the injunction stopping the Congresses. So the court has sent a very clear message to all political actors that impunity has no place in our democratic system.
Mr. Okoro, you've briefly taken us down memory lane of how all this played out. But do you think that good old dialogue would have solved this problem?
If the party had set up an internal mechanism to resolve issues and called parties to orders and pleaded with parties to calm down while they walk towards victory for the party, this would have worked. If the parties had joined issues in court and tried to resolve the issues in court by accelerated hearing, rather than disobeying the order of the court not to hold the Congress, this situation wouldn't have gotten to this situation.
Well, I know the APC had several reconciliation committees in different states to mend fences after the primaries. Why do you think that didn't work out? It's
the desperation of politicians to get to power. This has been the culture of our political system since 1960, independence. Politicians are desperate. They fight each other. They don't want to listen to anybody to settle. They believe that they would win at all costs. This is a very clear lesson that parties should find an internal mechanism to resolve these issues before they get out of hand. And when issues are in court, parties should obey the orders rather than seek to self-help, resort to self-help. Impunity has its consequences. And now the Supreme Court, being the final arbiter, has buried the hopes of all political aspirants in the APC in Rivers State. No thanks to the ugly fights that had taken part between the parties in the states over who is to be the party's candidate, especially the governorship candidate, where Mr. Tony Cole and Mr. Agnes Abe are both tussling for the ticket.
So definitely there's a lesson here that all the politicians can learn going forward.
There's a very big lesson. The Supreme Court is final. According to Justice Oputa, the Supreme Court is final because it's final not because it's infallible. It's infallible because it is final. So there is no hope for the APC in Rivers State.
I guess that's a good way to end it. Mr. Chidozie Okoro, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the News at 10.
Thank you very much.